Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. It's Monday, almost the end of the last week, last Monday of February. Apparently I can't talk. Today is my designated no work day, chill, weekend day, taken during the week, if you will. Did a little bit of work yesterday. And, sat down to play a little Xbox because I am a gamer. Who would have thought? And hadn't played very much for like a year or two, along a number of the games that I commonly keep up with. I.e., I'm one of those who I have to finish a game, but because I'm also a responsible adult, I don't sit for hours and hours a lot of times to do it. Used to be I give myself two times a year to absolutely many days vegging doing it, because otherwise it'd be too distracting. Much like reading for pleasure is too distracting, because I'll read all night. Yeah, there's some games I sat down to earlier this year, maybe late last year, that like I'd literally not touched in 2 years. There was one game that I got into, which was Starfield, because Starfield is fucking awesome, and Sarah's hot. There you go. And I like it when she dislikes things because she's got a moral fucking compass. Anyways, if you know, you know. So I'm sitting here with the intention of playing Xbox. The Xbox is on, and then I saw advertised on my Vizio homepage, World War Z. Apparently I'm going to sit today and watch apocalyptic movies. And then round that out, because tomorrow's also a day off, with Bridget Jones's Diary. This is the times we are living in. No. So what's my point? Kirsten, why are you harassing us? Why is my face in front of your face? Well, one, you clicked on the video, so. But two, I put the video up because you gotta fucking relax at times. Like, we are stressed out. Did you know that we used to manage stress as human beings a lot more effectively back when our bodies were covered in furs of animals we killed? And then even further than that, because the condition of life was one where death was pretty much sitting next to you all the time for whatever opportunity. The pleasures of life were passionately taken. And some of what ruined that, and I think caused more stress, and less effective management, was the Christian religion, for one. Because anything you did to feel good, to feel better, was sinful. If you ate a delightful delectable, if you wanted more for yourself, if you wanted that cute boy who kept smiling at you in the tavern, if you didn't want children and figured out a way to prevent, for the most part, kids, if you wanted to be an independent woman, depending on when that is, if you wanted to have any kind of choices, everything for a long time throughout Greater Europe was not attainable. If you wanted to speak your mind, if you wanted to speak up for someone in the forum, and it was a man sitting, at the head of whatever, the head of the family, the head of the table, the head of the organization. If you wanted to build things, even as a woman, you couldn't even get into any of the guilds. Whether it was in your own family or if you were royalty, fuck. Even then, very few women exacted power over their lives. So we lost the ability, what I'm talking to here, to relax our CNS system. I'm sitting here. I'm going to watch something and I'm going to quote unquote relax to, i.e., well, I don't have any work to do hanging over my head. My queue was empty because of the work I did over the weekend. So I'm not really worried about that. But I got other things going on that are worrisome. And to learn how to, this is relevant, to learn how to not let the stuff raise your cortisol level is a fucking skill. And it's a skill that most people don't try and figure out and most people don't try and learn. Breathing is very, very important. I'm going to start a program because I had this thought as I was getting things together, what exactly I needed to really start doing to better prepare myself. And one of those things is Wim Hoff breathing, because that also calms you down. But it, at the same time, starts to help your immune system over time. And you used to have more oxygen, free-floating oxygen around, even 300, 400 years ago. A lot of it is captured with carbon and other chemicals that are now more in the atmosphere since the Industrial Revolution. But just chill the fuck out. Find ways to breathe. Find ways to deep breathe, belly breathe, as in your belly moves and not your chest. Breathe into your chest, you're stressing. Breathe into your belly, you're calming the stress. Activate that peripheral system, and figure out ways to take pleasure, to enjoy, to be present in the moment and not trapped in thoughts. When things get really, really, really bad, we have to learn how to do this. And the difficulty with how we are nowadays is that jobs are made to stress us out. Everything. If we aren't doing something, society, family expectations, all this other bullshit stresses us the fuck out. And that is developed over thousands of years, where we've moved away from life is as life is. And our culture is based on that. Other cultures do better with stress because they're not based on that. They're based very much on being present and letting go of things that you cannot control. And, what you can control, ask why you need to control it and whether or not it must be, in that moment. What can you let go of and just let it be? A lot of the Asian cultures are very much like that. So, first and foremost is always Japan in my mind. But, yeah. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch some dystopian shit and enjoy myself. Maybe do up a batch of popcorn at some point. Cook some enchilada chicken soup. And just enjoy my day today. And maybe I'll be playing games tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. We have to figure out pockets of this time. Whether that's also in the middle of heading to protest or to go to a town hall. If there's anything that's funny and relaxing, be relaxed on the way to it. Be relaxed on the way from it. Learn how to relax after upset. Learn how to calm and self-soothe during uproarious moments. That's when you are teaching yourself. Because if you find yourself winding up and getting angry or frustrated or scared, which are all legitimate worries, the practice is, how do I calm that down? Because if you learn how to calm that down, you pull yourself out of that big scary loop, and then you don't go into some kind of a fucking loop where you're oscillating between, fear and anger, or despair and fear, or any of those things that are emotionally drowning. We cannot do that, because then we'll freeze. If we work on this, we can have a clear mind to make better decisions and to have quicker response times. To be able to put things off to the side, pay some attention to it, but not be so emotionally invested in it until you can actually do something about it, or it's actually coming to you that you have to respond to it. Because most of these things take all of us together to make major shifts, but we have to all be able to be in self-control. And this is a way by which to learn self-control. Yeah? Tell me what your thoughts are. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff down in the bottom.